Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today in this video we're going to build a static blog website that looks like this. So in the home page we have some dummy text because it's not the main thing that we're going to build. It's just to fill out the web page. So here we have some links. First of all, I have contact. So this is a contact us place, and let me tell you, the only function that is working is the blocks. So these are just the fillers for the website. So we have about a space as well, and this is the main page that is working. So we have blog space, and we have this page where we list all the blog items. And if I click on read more, then it opens up the exact blog post. So you can see here what is CSS, what is JavaScript, what is React, and what is Node. So we are building this application using the framework for Node.js, that is Express.js, and also we are using Tailwind CSS here to design this frontend because we are going to be spending time on building the backend but not in building the front end as much. So we are using Tailwind CSS. So first of all, I have an empty folder called tutorials, and here let me open up the terminal and let me make a folder and let's name it Express blog, and let me cd into that directory and let me do code dot. So let me open up the terminal in the VS Code, and now what are we going to do first of all is we're going to initialize the project. Here I'm using the yarn, but you can also use npm. So first of all I'll do yarn init. You can do npm init as well. It's all up on you. Let me skip everything here and just initialize the project. Now we need to create an index.js, that is the entry point. So touch index.js, and we are now going to install the dependencies that we are going to use. So the first dependency is the express itself. So yarn add express, and another dependency is yarn add node1, and this is going to be the dev dependency because we need this node1 only at the time of development. And another is yarn add easy. Yes, this is a templating engine. So now let me open up the package.json and I'll edit something here. So I'll add some scripts, and here the scripts will be first of all start, and it will do node.index.js, and another script will be run dev, and this would be node1.index.js. So again, this is not necessary, but I do this because it will be easier to start the development server if we do that. So first of all, what we're going to do is build up a server, a web server. So we do const express equals require and express again. We will import express, and our app will be express. We'll call this one, Another our port will be, let's say, 5000, and we'll do app.get, and for slash will do request response callback function, and response that end hello world, and we'll do we'll listen to the server, so port, and we'll do a callback function here, and it will do console log, and app started at colon slash localhost colon, and then output. So let us see if it is working or not. So I'll do yarn run development server, and app is started. So let me open up. So it says localhost send an invalid response. So what may be the problem? Let's see. We'll do response dot send hello, and response dot end. So let me save this and see. So I think we have some problem here. Okay, so it's not HTTPS, it's HTTP. So yes, this server is now working. Now we'll start building our project. So first of all, we need some files and folders here. So first folder we need is views. In views all the templates goes here, and we have routes for routing. Okay, control Z. And outside we have routes, and also we have a folder called data, and I think for folders this is it. For data we need a file called blocks.js. We'll store blocks in the form of JSON in this file, and inside routes we'll create two files that are block.js. This will hold routes for our blocks, and another will be pages.js. This will hold the routes for other pages like contact, about, and all those things. And inside views we'll have some files here, about.html, and then we'll have content.html, and we'll have index.html for the home page, and we'll have blogs.html for the blog home page, and blog post.html. So for files this is it. Now we will do, so first of all we'll create some routes. So we'll create routes for pages here. So what we'll do is we'll import express, const express equals require, and then express, and also we need path here, and we need to import router also, router equals express dot router, and we need to call this one, and we'll do router dot get. And for the home page, what we'll do is we'll have a callback function with arguments request and response, and what we'll do is response.send file. We'll send a HTML file, that is path.join, and then double underscore directory name door name, and we'll do one folder back, and then we'll go to views, and then we'll go to index.html. So this is the first route, and quickly let me copy this. So I copied this, and we'll do one for about, and then we'll do one for contact, and now we'll do module.exports equals router. Now routes, these are the routes we're using, and now we have to add those router to our index. So let me remove this one first, and what I'll do is app.use, and for the main routes we'll do require, then /routes. So we have to put those in quotes, /routes, and then pages. So now this will work. Let me check. Yeah, okay, hello is gone. Now what we'll do is we have these three pages: index, about, and contact. So first of all, let me quickly do home page to see if our routes are working. Okay, home page is working, and let me do for about. Let me go to /about. Okay, about is also working. Let me do for contact. Let me quickly go to /contact. Okay, all three routes are working just fine. Now what we will do, we'll go to tailwindcss.com and click on get started, and we'll go to place CDN and then copy this one, and then in the index file let me Control+C, copy this one, Control+V. Now if we see in the index page, yes, Tailwind CSS is also working now. Now what we're going to do is we will go to tailblocks.cc, and we'll grab a navbar from here. So go to the header, section, and then view code, and then copy to clipboard, remove this one and add this header. Now you should see a header. Okay, now let me quickly customize this. This will be blocks, and then about, then this one will be contact, and we don't need this one, and we'll do some href slash about. Slash contact. I don't need this svg, and then also this button. This. Now the navbar is done for the home page, and we will copy the same in the about page, in the contact page. Zoom in a little bit, and open the screencast mode. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll copy all hero section. So hero section, copy a hero section from here and then paste it in the index.html page. So if you refresh here, okay, just working fine. We'll copy about section from here. So where's the about section? Okay, this one. Then paste it here. So we're doing this just as a filler for now, but we'll code for the blog space. Now we'll do contact page. Where's the contact page? Contact. Okay. Anyone. Let me copy this one and okay. Now if I refresh and go to about, this was about page. If I go to contact, it was a contact page, and I need to do one link for home page as well. So okay, here we'll do href of slash and copy this one, and then inside here as well, in about section, where is this? Paste it. Okay, inside the contact, where is that? Paste it. If I refresh, okay. This is for the home page, about page, and contact page. So build these 3 pages. Now it's time for the blogs page. So for the blog page as well, let me copy a template from here. So I think this is okay. Yeah, this one is okay. Inside the blogs.html, let me do, first of all, let me quickly copy this index, then paste and copy this again, and instead of this section I will do this. Now if you see in the blogs page as well, okay, we don't have a route for the blocks. So now we'll create routes for the blog page. So for that, what we'll do is import express again, require express, and then const router equals to express dot router Then what we'll do is router.get for this first route request response, and we will just do a simple send file one, and then paste it, blocks, and we need to import path as well. Okay, and then path. Now the index.html, let me quickly copy this and slash blocks, do blog, and now this is the acrest. Okay, so here's a typo, get. Now this should work. Okay, type error. Okay, we didn't export this one. Module.expose equals router. Now this will work. Okay, it's working. And if I refresh and go to the blocks, okay, I think we don't have. Okay, href slash blocks. Okay, we're routing to blocks. Now we need to add this in all 3 pages. Let me do that real quick. The blocks as well. Okay. And if I go to about and then blog, contact and then blog, okay, it's just working fine. Now what we'll do? Okay, now we just need to, okay, now we will just add some blog data. So we'll have an array of blocks, and in this array we will have a title, which is HTML, and a meta description. Let me copy some lorem ipsum here. Okay, some lorem ipsum, and we will have a content, and let me copy more lorem ipsum, and we will have a slug. Slug is our URL basically. HTML, and let me just replicate this one. Okay, and let me change this to CSS, and then this can be a JavaScript, and this can be Node, and this can be React, and Express maybe. Okay, now we have the data for the blocks. Okay, now we need to create some routes again. So first of all, what I'll do is I will import those data from the file. Const log equals require, and we'll go on folder back, one directory back, and then data, and then blocks. Now what we'll do is, okay, now we need to do, first of all, let me do if we are getting the blocks or not. So if we hit this endpoint of blocks, we should see the data in the console. Okay, think we have error. Okay, I understood. It's because we didn't exported this one. Module.expose equals blocks. Now this should work. Let me hit this endpoint again, and we have the data in the console. Okay. Now what we should do now is, now we have to configure the templates. So for that, what I do is app dot, and I'll do set, and then for view engine it will be ECS, and we need to rename these files as well. Instead of .html, we'll do .eas, and in blog post as well. If we do this, we can just pass in the variables from JavaScript to our templates and use those. Now in this blocks, what we will do is, first let us do some cleanup. Let me remove some remove this out. If we see the blocks, okay, we need to rename these in our routes as well. EJS. Instead of this send file, let me comment this first. What we will need to do here is, we will do response.render. So we are using EJS, so we will need to do render the blocks, then blocks, and then blocks again. Now if I hit this endpoint, okay, we can see. Now let me just format this. I don't need this image here, I don't need this heading either, and I don't need these two spans as well. This first and second span as well. So okay, it looks good. Now we need to pass this. So we pass these blocks into our this file. So what we can do now is just look at this one, and what we can do is, let me show you. You can do this is the syntax of the EJS. So blocks dot for each blog, what I will do is, for each blog we will have this. So this is the syntax of the templating engine, and after this we need to close here as well, then angular bracketed percentage, then percentage angular bracket again, and we open this one and we need to do percent equals blog dot title, and then percent, then angular bracket, and for this one we'll do blog dot description, and in learn more we'll do read more, and we'll have href which will say this would say slash blogs slash blog dot slug. So now this should be working. Let me refresh. Okay, you see we fetch the data from the file. So if I click on read more, now it cannot get the file because we don't have set up the route set. So to set up the routes, what we need to do is open up the code and then go to the routes, and we'll do router.get again, but this time instead of a slash we'll use slash colon slug. So for we'll do callback function request and response, and whatever this will do is this will filter out the blocks if the slugs match. So we'll do blogs dot filter, and we'll do blog, and this will also be in callback function, and this will return true if blog.slug is equal to request.params.slug. So if this is true, then the blog will be assigned to my blog, and then what we can do is response.render, and inside of the blog post we'll do my blog. So we should see some progress here. Okay, the error is gone, but we don't have a template for the blog post, so I will just copy this one, Control A, Control C, and then paste it, and I will format this one. So for the title of the page, I will do title, and the title will be percent equals my blog, and it is an array, so for the first element we will do my blog first element dot title, and then percent bracket again. So if we do that and go to the what is HTML blog post, okay, here's the error. So blogs is not defined. So why is that happening? Okay, because of this one. What I can do is just remove this whole section. This will solve an error. Okay, you see the title is changed. If I go to what is CSS, the title is what is CSS. If I go to what is React, the title is what is React. Now we should render the title and the content in this page as well. For that, we'll do a section, and inside this we'll have a h1, and this will contain the my blog first element and title again, and then quotient angular bracket, and let me do one hr and also one paragraph to render the content. My blog 0 dot content, and then close this. Now we should see the content as well. Okay, the content is rendering. What is CSS? What is CSS? Okay. Now we'll add some classes to them. Container mx auto margin dot 40. Okay, and then class text 4xl font of bold, and also padding of button, so maybe 4 pb4. Okay, padding 4, and then the hr will do margin bottom of maybe 8. Okay, this looks good. So if we go to render, it's working just fine. So I think this is it for this video. So we built a static blog website using Express.js. So hope you like this video. So I will leave a link to the source code in the description box below, so you can check that out. So this is it for today. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.